Hi, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Avinash. Is my audio and video okay? Is my audio and video okay? Can anybody of you tell me if my audio and video is okay? Yes? Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Let's get started with today's class. Hello, everyone. Hello. Let's get started with today's class. Today, we are going to learn two things. One is scheduling, and the other is email syncing. That is why today's class is named as Email Scheduler. Okay, let's understand what scheduling means. Scheduling means that you want to send something or do some action at some specific interval of time or at some specific date and time. Okay, for example, you want to wish birthday to your friend at first. Okay, exactly at 0000. One way is you track the time and send the message to him manually. One way is using Node.js, right? In Node.js, you tell Node.js or the server that you are creating that, okay, at first, send him an email or an SMS wishing him the birthday. Okay, exactly at 000000. That is first use case of scheduling. Other use case of scheduling is suppose you want to spam here on live chat. Okay. So you tell Node.js, you write a script in Node.js. Okay. Telling Node.js key send spam messages at every minute. Okay. Understood what scheduling is? Scheduling are two things. One is doing something again and again at some specific interval of time. Second is doing something at a specific time, date and time. Okay? Understood what scheduling is? Scheduling is very, very important. Okay? For companies, they want to send campaign messages, campaign emails. For example, suppose on 25th of December, Nika have some sale. Okay, they want to send emails to all their clients who are eligible, right? What they do is they ask a developer to write a Node.js script or write it in the server. Ki on 25th, whoever is eligible, take it out, take that user out with the data, write an email and send it to them. Okay. Scheduling is most important for companies in case of campaigns, right? Understood what scheduling means? Understood what scheduling means? Yes? Okay. In Node.js, scheduling is done using Node-cron. Okay? In Node.js terms, it is called a cron job. Cron job basically means you are running a script in the background at some specific interval of time. Okay? We say we are writing a cron job using Node-cron. Okay? Basically, what we do is we require we require cron. Okay, we take out the function from Node-cron, and it gives us a scheduler, cron dot schedule. Okay, it gives us a function called schedule. Basically, you have to call this function. You have to call this function. This function contains two parameters. This function contains two parameters. One is of type string and a callback function. Okay, that is whenever you want to send it, call this function. This string has 5 to 6 characters. Okay, so if you write something like this, if you write all 5, this is 4, 5, 5 asterisk, that means send every minute, right? Let's get back to, let's understand this much further with a website called Cron Guru. Okay, we have a website called crontab.guru. Okay, it gives you what exactly is going to happen in the cron job. Suppose you have 5 stars. The first one is for minute, the second one is for hour, the third one is for day, the fourth one is for month, and the fifth one is for week. Okay, if you put all these abstracts, that means it will execute every minute, right? Now, if I want to send it next Monday, maybe, so I delete this asterisk and write one. One means Monday, okay, or Sunday, whatever. So it will send every minute on Monday. Next, it will send on 19th 12th 2022, whatever the next week Monday is. Okay. If I want to send it on Monday, if I want to send it on every minute, I put it all stars. If I send on the next first Monday, okay, next Monday, then I put one at the end. If I want to send next month, okay, or the first month, January, then I put one over here, okay, in the month column. So it will send every minute on Monday in January. It will start from 2nd January midnight. Okay. Suppose I want to send it at noon. So in the hours, I will put 12 over here. It will send on the 2nd January 2023 at noon. Okay. If I want, if I want to send it every minute past noon, then I will put everything else as abstract, and in the hours section I will put 12 over here. Okay. Say I want to send at 12:12, then in the minute I will write 12:12. It will send at exactly 12:12 on 16th December 2022. Okay. If I remove this and put asterisk over here, it will send at 12th minute, 15th 12 2022, 9 p.m. at 12 minute. Okay. You have to play around with this to get accustomed to it. It is a little difficult to understand on the first go, but you have to play around at this website so as to get accustomed to it. The name of the website is Cron Tab Group. Okay. If I want to send at 22 on every day of the week from Monday through Friday. Okay. From Monday to Friday, if I want to send, I will write it in this terms. 1 to 5 in the week, right? At 22 hours. Okay. Remember, this is 24 hours time frame. Now, if I want to send at 23 past every second hour from 0 through 20, that is, it starts from 16/12/2022 at 23 minutes. Then I can write it like this. Okay, let's see some other. Okay, I can write Sunday also over here. It is much preferable to write it in terms of numerics, but I can write it Sunday over here. So it will send at 4:05 on Sunday. Let's see something else. At minute O past hour 0 and 12 on the day of month 1 in every second month. Okay, so play around with this. Okay, the next thing, this is all for scheduler, right? The next thing that we want to do is we want to send emails. Send emails. Okay, there are many providers for email. The one that we are going to use is called NodeMailer. NodeMailer is mostly used. This is an npm package again. Okay, this is an npm package again. Prakar, let's talk after the class, please. Do not disturb the class. Just go on the website and play around a bit. You will understand everything. Okay, we are going to use an npm package called NodeMailer. Okay, they are connected to many different companies. You just have to write the name of the company, right? The one that we are going to use is called Send in Blue. Is called Send in Blue, right? You just have to go create an account. Let me show you that as well. You go to sendinblue.com. You go to sendinblue.com. You create an account, sign up. Okay. Then you go on the top corner, right, and click on SMTP and API. When you go over there, you will see a tab called SMTP. Okay, you click on create a new SMTP key. This will be your password. Okay, this is the email, and when I click over here, it will create a password for me. So it uses email and password to authorize me. Okay, I need an SMTP. I need an SMTP password, right? You go to send in blue, click over here, right? Click over here, go to SMTP and API. When you come over here, you will see an SMTP tab. You will click on create a new SMTP key and it will generate a random password for you. Okay. Now, to send something via send in blue, you need an email and you need a password or the key. Okay, let's call it key only. You need an email and you need an SMTP key. Cool. When you get those, you simply have to use NodeMailer. Say that, okay, NodeMailer, we are using send in blue, right? You use NodeMailer. My voice is okay, right? You use NodeMailer. Okay. Say that we are using send in blue. This will also give you a function. Okay, this will also give you a function called node mailer dot create transport. Okay, see how easy JavaScript is. You just have to import a node module for doing anything. For creating a server, we used Express. We just required the Express, call that function, right? For creating this database connection, right? We simply required and called that function. For sending schedulers, we just used a function of that. For even creating node mailer, we just require and use create transport named function into it. Okay. This also requires two things for you. Okay. Or you can pass an object over here. It requires a host of what you are going to create. So we will say we are going to use send in blue. Okay. It requires a port. Okay. Any four-digit port would work. It requires whether it needs to be secured or not. So let's say it's false for the time being, right? And it requires the authentication object with the user email, right? And password, which is your SMTP key. Understood? These two are the things that is required. And we pass the options. Options, for example, who are we sending the email? What should be the body of the email? Are there any CCs? Are there any BCCs? And things like those. Right? So just two things you need to remember for cron jobs. You are given a schedule function. You need to call that schedule. It accepts two parameters, a string and a function. Whatever you want to perform at this interval. Okay. And for node mailer, you are given create transport method or function. In this you pass host. We are going to use send in blue, port any four-digit uh, number, whether it is secured or not, and the authentication. Okay, understood? Should we move through code now? Can anybody of you tell me if this is understood or not? Yes, simple enough. You just have to require and call that function. Okay. I have my email and password in the credentials.js, so I'm going to use it. I'm not going to show it in the live video. Okay. In the package.json, let me just install the packages that is required. In the packages, we first required Express. Let's install Express. Then we require Node-cron. Okay, let's install Node-cron, and we require node mailer. Let us install the packages. These are the three packages that we are going to work today. By the time being, let's come to index.js, create our server. Express equal to require express. Okay. App equal to call this function. Okay. Uh, let's have a port. Can you guys see this or should I zoom? Okay. Port, let's say we have 1338. Any four-digit number would work, right? And listen to this app dot listen to this port. If everything goes as planned, use this callback and do console.log over here. Server is running. I hope no problem still here. This is how we create our servers, right? Same package is available in VS Code as well, yes. VS Code or Replit does not matter. They are just a place where we write our code. Okay, cool. If this is okay, let's call our scheduler. Okay, the variable name could be anything, scheduler, cron, whatever you prefer. Okay, and let's do scheduler dot schedule. Let's put it at every minute and have a callback over here. Console.log. Uh, let's say inside scheduler. Okay, I just wrote two lines. One is, I'm sorry guys, 1 second. Okay, I just wrote two lines. One is I required the Node-cron, and the second is I called its schedule function. Okay, what does this denote? What does this denote? It will be calling this function, the function that I have written underneath. It will be calling this function at every minute. Okay, let's run this and see what happens. See, we got server is running. Let's just wait for scheduler to start. See, I just told you, this star is a little confusing, Akash. Go to crontab.guru. It will tell you exactly what, play around with it. Okay? It will tell you exactly what each one of them means. Why is the scheduler not running? It, okay, we got scheduler. If I put another star, it should run every second. Let me just see if, yeah. See, this function is getting called every second, right? If you write 6 stars, the first one denotes seconds. Okay, 6 star means run it every second. See, we are getting the inside scheduler every second. Okay, did you guys understand till here? Is everything okay till here? Is everything okay till here? Yes? Awesome. Awesome. Now let's divide and conquer. Let's create our services. Sorry. Inside this, we have a service for email. Okay. In email, we will do all the things related to node mailer. Let's require node mailer equal to require node mailer. Okay. Let's have the credentials from whatever I've said till here. User email and user password, my user password. I'm not going to show this over here, but you guys understand, right? Require it from // config. Inside that I have credentials. Okay, I got my user email and user password, right? Now let's set up some more things. Uh, One, it requires SMTP port. Okay, let's say it's 587, just some random number. Okay, and we say the service that we are going to use, host service, the service that we are going to use is SMTP relay dot sendinblue sendinblue.com. Okay, now let's say who is the sender? Sender email. Let's say I am the sender only. So it should be user email. Okay. Who I am sending this to? To receiver email. Let's say I have another email ID open over here. Let's copy this and paste it over here. Okay, just for testing purpose. Okay, I have my SMTP port. This is also required. The host service that I'm going to use is sendinblue.com. Exactly SMTP relay. Okay. The person who is sending the email is me. The receiver email is this one, right? Uh, there should be no CCs. Let's put it empty. There would be no BCC. Let's put it empty. Okay. Uh, Now, email subject is equal to, let's say, happy birthday. Okay. Uh, if you want to write an HTML inside the body, you can also write HTML inside the body. Let's say HTML body, email body HTML is equal to the whole HTML should be inside a string. Okay. Let's say in H1, I am writing happy birthday. The whole HTML should be inside a string over here. Okay. So options would be from, okay, who is sending? This is the sender email. Okay. To whom you are sending? This is the receiver's email. Okay. CC is the CC, BCC is the BCC, subject is the email subject, and uh, if you are trying to send an HTML inside the body, you will write HTML and inside that put HTML body HTML, email body HTML. Okay, this is the options that we are going to use. Okay, any problem still here? I have just declared some bunch of variables. That's it. I've set up the port, I've set up the service that we are going to use. Sender email, receiver email, CC, BCC, subject, body, and set up an object using those. Any issues still here? Any issues still here? What is CC and BCC? Okay. In email, if you want to send a copy of the same email to somebody, okay, so you use CC. These CCs, whoever is receiving, for example, I am sending an email to you. Okay, I want to send the same email to your HR also. Okay, or to your parents also. So I will put them in CC, right? But if I want to show you who all I am sending you except in with you. Okay, so for example, if there is a complaint for you, right? And I want to send the same email as a copy to your parents as well. But I do not want to show you that, okay, I've sent the same email to your parents as well. So I will put them in BCC rather than in CC. In the email, you can see CCs but not BCCs. Understood, Haruna? These are the emails in strings. Say your HR email, right? And also your parents. Understood, Haruna? CCs and BCCs are used to send a copy of the same email to other people. CCs you can see, BCCs you cannot see. Okay, sure. Now let's create a variable called transporter, right? And call that function that I mentioned earlier. Node mailer dot create transport. Okay, it requires host, which is the host service, the variable that I've created. Okay, it requires port. It requires port, which I've set in an SMTP port variable. So I'll set it over here. Okay, it requires secure. So I will use false for the time being. Okay, and it requires auth. Inside auth, we have user, which I have in the variable user email, and we have password, which I have in the user password. Okay, basically I'm calling this function, and whatever is returned, I am putting it in the transporter variable. Right? Any doubts over here? Any doubts over here? No? Awesome. I'm simply calling this function and putting it the required object over here. Okay. Who is the host? What is the port? Whether it is secured or not, and the authentication. Awesome. Let's export module.exports equal to, let's export the transporter. Let's export the transporter and the options. Let's save this and come back to index.js. Now, inside scheduler, first let me import both of them over here. Transporter and options. I want to get it in index.js. Okay. Require it from dot slash services slash email. Okay. I have two things, transporter and options. Now inside schedule, let's call this. Transporter dot send email or send mail. Okay. Inside this, I require the options and I will get a callback in which I will get if any error occurs or if it is successful, I will get some information about what happened. Okay. Now, if some error occurred, I will simply do console.error. Okay, the error. Otherwise, I will simply print out console.log. I will simply print out the info. Email sent with info equal to whatever the info I'm receiving. Okay. Simply, I have used the transporter, which is the function that I called dot send email, put down the options, who to send, who is sending, CC, BCC, etc. And then I received a function after it. This is called a callback. That is when this is done, call this function. Okay. We have error and information. If there is an error, I'm simply doing console log. If there are info, I'm simply doing console log. Right? Okay, let's change this to sending email. Okay, let's see. There are no emails over here. There are no emails over here. Okay, I have not stopped the server. Sorry for that. Right. We received 9 emails by the time. Okay, let me just delete this once and restart the server for you. So basically what will happen is every second, what I have written is every second using this schedule function from cron job, right? Node-cron, every second call this function. Inside this function, I am trying to send an email using transporter.sendEmail with the options that I've provided. Right? If there are errors, I will print the errors. If there are infos, I will print the info. Right? If I run the server now, we got server is running. Let me stop the server. We got sending email, which is over here, right? And we received this email sent with the info. Email sent with the info. This is the information that we received. Okay. This is the email that we have sent. There are no rejected. 7 millisecond time was taken. Message time was this. Response was this. Right? From to message ID, things like this. Okay, every second it tried to send an email. So I have received 3 emails over here. See, the title is Happy Birthday, and in H1 I have this Happy Birthday in the body. If I go over here, then 2 is this, right? Subject is this, mailed by this, right? Signed by Send in Blue. If there are CCs and VCCs, that would also be listed down over here. Okay, all good? Understood what happened? Do I revise the whole code once more? Let's have a revision. Firstly, we need to create a server. We require the express and we call that function. We set up a port on which to listen and we start listening to it. Okay. Then we required a cron job which will do our scheduling. We said scheduler from Node-cron and we call its function called schedule with the timestamp, right? 6 star means that it will send every second. 5 star means that it will send every minute. 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars, you figure it out. Okay? Basically, call this function every second. Okay? Inside this function, I have created a different file called email.js. In email.js, I have required node emailer. I put down my email, my password from the credentials. I've shown you how the credentials are created, right? I have put down variables, right, or constants. The port for the email service, the host, receiver email, sender email, CC, BCC, subject body. I put out in an options, right? This options is going to be used in index.js, and we call this function create transport. Okay, this create transport accepts these many variables. In index.js, we came back, we required both of them, okay, and used as function node send email with the options that we have created. And whenever this is done, it sends the email, it gives you a callback function with an error and the info. If there are error, we console log error. If there are none, then we put the info. Any doubts? I hope today's class was exciting. Are there any doubts? Okay. See, in JavaScript, 80% of the time, whatever you want to do, in JavaScript, in Python, these two are the languages that are most popular for this thing. 80% of the time, whatever you want to do, there is a package that is created for you. Simply require that package and use the function. Pass down the parameters and your work is done. Understood? JavaScript and Python, these two languages is most popular because of this reason only. Okay, right. Now today's homework would be go to this website, cron tab guru. Okay, try to play with this, right? Using random or try to do something of your own. Okay, create your send in blue account and try sending your emails to different persons at different intervals of time. Okay, have a list. Okay, I have already told you databases, right? Have maybe 5 of your friends' data with the name and the email. Okay, send uh, send a birthday wish to those 5 friends using connecting a database. Get the data from the database, the email that you want to send, right? And set up a scheduler for that. Okay. In the database, there would be 3 fields: name, email, and date of birth. You have to write a scheduler in such a way that that at their date of birth, you have to send a birthday email to them. Will you guys be able to do that? You understood the assignment? Yes? Awesome. Awesome. Great. It was all for today's class. Meet you in the Mahasabha VC on our Discord channel. Peace.